Yo, so this is going to be a video to Lord J because I was watching your live stream back yesterday. I was meant to reply, but I didn't get time to. I was busy. What is it with you and Virgin Boy coming on here trying to convince people that you've got money? Like you're trying to convince yourself, and you're trying to convince other people like that you've got money. Like, firstly, we've got some fucking idiot taking out his housing benefit, trying to convince people that he's got money when in reality he lives in a bedsit. He's got no bed. It took him to fucking 30 to go abroad, and he's literally living below the poverty line. But somehow every time he gets his housing benefit, he needs to feel the need to withdraw all of the money to act like he's got money, then put it back in before the housing benefit takes it and deducts it from his account. I mean, Jesus Christ, I have never seen so many £10 notes in my life. Who the fuck gives out that many £10 notes? Like, you just know. He actually thinks he's got money. Like, he actually thinks he's got loads and loads of money, when in reality, he has nothing. And I don't understand why these people are still trying to play the whole money game when they've literally lost over and over again. Like, I'm still waiting for somebody to show me 10 grand. And all people seem to be showing me is their housing benefit, or like £500 or whatever. I mean, think about it. Living in a bedsit with no bed in it, like, it literally does not get worse than that. Like, honestly, it doesn't. But I just can't believe it, man. Like, if you're actually wanting to play the money game, you need to show higher than the amount that someone's already shown you, which I showed 5.7, but I was like, okay, well, we call it 10. But no one's been able to show that. So all of this, like, people showing their benefits, it's just embarrassing. Anyways, on to you, Lord J. What was you saying? Excuse me. You were saying about how do why do I keep saying that I have savings when I don't? I keep saying that I have savings because I do. I mean, that's a pretty normal thing to have, is savings. I should have a lot more savings, to be honest, but you know, things happen. And you're saying that you doubt that I even have £500. Bro, why wouldn't I have £500? We're not all like you and your followers sat on YouTube all day, ain't got no money. Like, bro, I think part of your disability, Lord J, is getting other people mixed up with yourself. Why the fuck would I not have £500? Like, do you hear yourself? Like, I literally bought a TV 2 days ago, which was near enough £500 now. Yeah, so why wouldn't somebody have £500? You're also another person that got shown money, and you still haven't shown us anything. So I don't understand. And we all know that you really, really are the skint one as well, just like Virgin Boy. It's not that you come on here trying to convince people that you've got money. It is that. And also, think about it, right? You claim, excuse me, you claim that you've got all this money, that you get a good income. Now, I was on your channel yesterday, and I've noticed that you've got a store where you're selling merch. Now, here's where none of it makes any sense. If you get all of this money, why are you swallowing up your pride just to make a tiny, tiny, tiny bit extra? You see how it makes no sense whatsoever. See, that all started from big YouTubers. Like, somebody would be a big YouTuber, they'd get loads of followers, and then they would make merch to make loads of money. What makes no sense about you is you claim that you get loads of money, you have loads of money, but you're doing everything possible, including swallowing your pride, just to get a bit of extra money. It doesn't make any sense, considering, like, you know, considering your followers don't even buy your merch because they're all skint. Like, you got 3,000 subscribers, bro. All of the people that follow you, you know, it's you know, they're skint, so you're not even going to be making money. And it's not that, like, your design is shit. It's not even about that, actually, because if you had a huge following and you was going to make a lot of money from it, then fair play. I mean, most of the YouTubers, the big YouTubers that make merch, there is no substance behind any of their merch, but it makes sense for them to do it because they're going to be accumulating millions. You are not going to be barely getting an extra £150 a month. You see how none of it makes sense? Why somebody would swallow all their pride, beg for donations, but they claim that they've got all this money. You see how it just points to you being skint? You see how it just points and points and points? It's more like you're on £300, £400, £500 a month doing anything to get extra money because you need that extra money, not that you get fucking 2.5, 3 grand a month or however much you get, needing to get an extra bit of money. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. Why somebody in your boat, right, that claims you get all this money, claims you own property, would do the most degrading thing just to get a tiny bit extra money? It doesn't make no sense. None of it makes no sense whatsoever. So you're one to talk about people being skint, but bro, come on. Let's look at the facts here. You're on YouTube all day, every day. You don't leave your house. You literally beg for money, and you're looking through every single avenue just to try and earn a tiny, tiny, small amount of extra money. You see how it all points to you being skint? You know, we can all like say this, that, and the other, but you can't. Can you understand how it all points to you? You are the one that doesn't have money. Do you understand that? That's how it looks. All the evidence suggests that you literally are the skint one, bro, because you wouldn't be doing that if you had money. You know what I'm saying? It does not make any sense. Now, if you was making thousands and thousands a month, then fair play. You know, that's or you was making big amounts of money. Why wouldn't you do it? You're making huge amounts of money, probably money that you could even invest. But come on, bro. Would anyone really go through the struggle that would really do all of that just to get £150 extra a month? Nah, it just goes to show even more that you really, really, really are the skint one. But there's nothing wrong with it. You know, you got 75% of people nowadays struggling with money, bro. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But I don't know why you and Virgin Boy feels the need to come on here and pretend that you got money. It's just ridiculous. I never went on about money. I just said that I had some savings and I'm looking for something else. But if you really had all of this money, you wouldn't be on YouTube begging. It's as simple as that. You would not be on YouTube begging to try and get a tiny extra bit of money if you had all this money. It just points to you being skint. Like if actually like I'm missing something here and I'm wrong, then you know tell me. But it really does point to you being skint. You know, it's the same as Virgin Boy. Like he can show his benefits off as much as he wants, but think about it. Bed sit, no bed, couldn't afford to go abroad until he was 30, dresses like a complete and utter tramp. It doesn't look good, does it? Unless it's something I'm missing. I would say that you both fucking skint yourselves. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're both fucking big fucking skinflints. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Lord Day, it doesn't make any sense how you claim that you have all of this money, but you would beg and do the most degrading things just to try and get a little bit more. Just does not make any sense at all. Doesn't make no sense. How does your brain actually work, man? Come on.